What up, We Feel, what it do? Welcome back to the We Feel, y'all. Welcome to you. Hi, if you new, welcome. Come on in, come on in to the We Feel. We welcome you, we welcome you. I'm so excited. We growing. And I just can't be more excited for, what we're doing and the messages going out and it's finding you. If it found you, I welcome you. I hope it's something here for you to edify you in the spirit, support you on your growth, on your spiritual walk and your development, and maybe just give you some, clue you in about some shit, some energy that's been going on around you. That's all we do. It's Tears and Wheat Tarot Show, where you show enough never know what you're going to get. We are a spiritual messenger. We message in the spirit with the big three, Alpha, Omega, the infinite intelligence of the all and the breath of life. Because the Alpha called and the Omega decreed. And they spoke out the word on the breath, moved in tandem. You see, called everything to syncopate and come to be. And we are creation. We are it. We are whole. We are complete. There's none broken and there's nothing missing. And we do everything in the spirit. We are not religious. We're not. We're spiritual. We do everything in the spiritual. Everything in the spirit. Yep. We, because we spiritual. We call it how it is. So it is, so it is, so it is, and so mote it be. And whatever it is, we say it. Whatever is said unto thee, we say it to thee. You are the wheat. We are the wheat. And we are called for good bread. And yeah, we got a bunch of spiritual gifts. Way too many to list. All the clairs, we scribe, we get downloads in real time. You will see it. We get corrected. We talk to the spirit. We have to be obedient. We're surrendered. I'm just saying. It could get choppy. It could be thick. It could be starting like cold Crisco. You never know what it's gonna be like. I just don't know. I had to get it out the can and put it in the pan, and the Alpha Omega come in and turn the heat up, and we get to cooking. We'll never know what we cooking though. It could be fried like hot grease. I mean, like we can start dropping some nuggets up in that piece, and you know what I mean, or it could be slow, like a little simmer, saute, like putting some beans on. Put them in a slow cooker and just let them go. We really don't know what we're gonna do. We have to wait. It ain't premeditated, so I have to wait till they tell me, because otherwise I can't fucking tell you. I'm just saying, oh yeah, we cuss too, because they words, and if it's shit, then it's shit, then that's what we call it. I mean, depending on the message, you might hear a whole bunch of them shit. So I'm just saying, like this morning, message, oh, it was filled of it. We was on one, because that's what's been happening. Folks be on their shit, and if you've been on it, then you get to get it, because you get back what you give out. I mean, because whatever you speak, that's what you're going to eat, my wheat. And I have to be real careful. I call back my words. Anything that may have caused an error onto me, I call them back. I call them back. I call them back. I call them back. They are mine. I am the sower of them. I call them back onto me. I bind them, bind them, bind them, bind them up. I bind them up. And I cast them down so that they cannot return to me and cause an error onto my life. That's why we try to call it like it is. Truth is truth. But I mean, again, if it's shit, then it's shit, then that's what we call it. Because people be on some shitty shit, and then we have to read it. Because them karmics be doing it. I mean, and them tears be tearing. And that's what we here for. To read the energy of the wheat field, yo. So, if you want to stick around, if you want to rock with your girl, if you vibe, subscribe. Come on into the tribe. I mean, it's just us with the wheat. We just be hanging it out. Hanging it out. Yeah, hanging them out. Hanging it out. Letting it out. All that. It's real organic. I mean, we ain't perfect. We damn sure not, because perfect is like what? Imperfection is perfect. And if we are imperfectly perfect, then we already made it. It is what it is. Again, if you vibe, subscribe. If you care about it, share it out. Sharing is caring. We don't do nothing but sit around and chop it up. We do. Chop it up so we can get it up and get it out. Speaking of getting it up and get it out, I cleaned up my room. We did. We swept up. We probably could mop too. We're going to do that. But we cleaned up. We swept up. Got the trash out. We had to take the trash out because we had a trashy ass reading earlier today. It was good. It was good because it was a karmic getting drugged for trash, drugged for the filth that they are, because they be doing some filthy ass shit onto the wheat. And we be having to read it. And folks get tired. I know it's other messengers out there that get sick. Well, you could throw up. sick of reading the same trash-ish. Like, but it's so many people that's done fallen into darkness, feeling like they have to get it in a dark way instead of working in the light, Ashe. That's why it's important for us light workers in the wheat to keep your lumens bright, to stay on the light side of things. And when we have to deal in, that darkness and read it, you have to go and cleanse yourself. Yeah, because look, I had to go take a whole nice spiritual shower, pray, meditate. I had popped off and everything, like just falling back into a state that I just hadn't thought I had grew out of, was doing a lot better, and realized that it only takes something to trigger it. You know how you think you had overcome that thing, and then you run up against it again, and before you know it, you get triggered, ready to get that sword out and just slice somebody's fuckhead off. That's how I know I still got energy to transmute. I gotta figure out how to move that button, weed. So if something presses your button and you know it gets your goat, and every time your goat got, you got to give them to, because like, learn how to move your button. It's some things that you just don't even have to address. You know what I mean? And that was my lesson that I had earlier today. It's certain things that get my goat, like dishonesty and lack of accountability. I don't like that shit. It irritates the fuck out of me. I'm just saying. It will irritate my spirit. But it's some things that I don't even need to address because I know which way it's going to go. I know how you're going to flow with it, so why even speak on it? Especially if it don't really got fuck shit to do with me. Like, let that shit roll, weed. Why not? Yeah, we're going to get the candle. Light my light candle. Just for the ambiance, for the smell of it, for that good scent, the incense, just for the hell of it, honestly. Good vibes, good energy. We can ring the bell on that shit too, It's gonna have a couple of little dings. You already heard it a little bit. Thank you to the Alpha and Omega for all the lessons that you called on to me today. It was a part of the day's decree. And I thank you for the infinite intelligence and the breath of life operating within me, helping me to see myself in all things, to learn so that I can remember to breathe through them challenging situations. Things that would normally get to me, to let it flow, let it go, my weed. Especially if it's of no consequence. Put wrinkles on this face. Now, why would we go ahead and do it? We just should not. Like, why? So, we thank you. And we thank you for calling us into correction, into surrenderance, and onto obedience. I am so grateful, like my spirit of gratitude, for being obedient onto you, for listening. And hopefully, I know it ain't no hope about it. I'm self-assured that it moves us forward. It does. Because we each error and we each make mistakes. And none of us are above the other. Ashe, we are not. And leading by example, yes, none of us are not. We lead by example. And to be a forerunner in doing what's right, we know that others will follow if they seek to be in the right way. You don't want to ring. Is there anything else I should pray? Yes. Please give me the words. Because I know that there are those that look to me to lead an example of how they are to be. And to be consistent in how I operate is very, very important. For consistency is key. To be diligent in how I perform the work and how I speak. Learning to speak in kindness. Yeah, we catch more flies with honey. Yes, we do. And I know I could be real salty and vinegary. And I thank you for showing me, for providing me a mirror that reflects me back to me, so that I continue to grow and develop self and become better daily. I thank you, and I'm so grateful unto you for accepting me in everything that I've been through, that I go through, that I will do. You already know. But to surrender and come willingly shows that I am ready to move to the next level. Aha, aha, aha. Love it. Please pull me into the inner sanctuary, into the holiest of holies. I pray that you receive me into your inner space and be intimate with me. Yes, pull me close, beloved. Thank you. I receive your calling. Thank you, and I answer. Thank you to the Omega. Keep me close. Keep me safe. Yes. Ooh, ooh. I receive that love and that mercy and that grace, the favor, Ashe. Please restore me, yes, to my former position. My spiritual tools have been depleted and I need replenishment. May I have tools? Yes, I offer everything that I've learned up onto you, and I ask that you take it all and give me back what I need to go forward. I have a decree and I need to complete it. All things are onto you, and it is for me to do what you have asked me to do, for it is thy will be done, none unto me. Yes, 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 yes. Strengthen me, yes. Ooh, there's a yoke on my shoulders, and I feel that spiritual strength making it light so I can bear it. Ooh, I carry it like it's nothing. And everything that I've learned, I offer because I overflow. And I can serve it out onto you, weak, because I'm not going to serve you nothing that I ain't going to eat, that I haven't ate. You know what I mean? No, no, no. Some people will put some messed up stuff on your plate because they didn't even taste it. How you going to tell me about something and give me something that you haven't even tasted? No, 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 no. They haven't cleaned their kitchen, they ain't wiped down the stove, they ain't did no dishes, and they want to go in there and cook you a plate? We don't do that, no. But we pray that whatever we do serve up, it'll be edifying unto thee, that you will be spiritually strengthened, so that you can bear the yoke that has been placed upon thee. I pray that you offer all things up to the Most High that made thee, that called you and gave you your decree. Yes, sent you forward again with that word that's baked in, moving on the breath that's animating you. We're connected. It connects all things. And I pray that you be so full of your inheritance, your spiritual tools replenished, that you overflow my wheat and we meet in the middle, unity, harmoniously. And in that day that we meet, ooh, we will understand that creation is whole. It is complete, that it is not broken, and there are none missing. So if y'all want to jump into it, you want to play some cards? Ooh, we gonna play some cards. Y'all see, I got a whole lot of space on my desk, on the table. We do, because we put away a whole bunch of decks of cards, and we brought some out that's, well, they ain't new. They just hadn't been out in a minute. Alpha Omega called them and said we gonna use them. So, without further ado, let's jump in it. I love it. Where should we go? Dance in the storm. I love it. We're going to dance in the storm. We're going to dance in the rain. Kick our shoes off and kick around in the puddles, I say. I love it. Maybe make some mud pies, too. Remember you used to do that when you was a kid? I don't know. Maybe you did. Maybe you didn't. I did. We used to make mud puddles, and we used to put rocks in them like they was chocolate chips, you know, little mud patties, like they was big old cookies or a meatloaf or something like that. You want this one? You want this one too? Look, Dance in the Storm is right back. Yeah, because I kept feeling like it's a storm warning. We probably need to do this until it comes. Yeah. This is a card that comes in the deck, and I like it because it's blank. It reminds me of a blank canvas. You want anything else? You want to set it down for now? Okay, let's look at what we got. Sit. No, not yet. This one. With a license to chill. We just said chill out, right? A license to chill. Highly meditated. Not necessarily medicated. No, this is natural. Meditated. Go in the spirit and get them good downloads. I feel a lot of blue, like you're connected to earth and the earth is speaking to you as you're speaking to the earth and speaking to the spirit. Like just that connection, all three in perfect alignment. I see after that the heart chakra. I see purple intuition, another deep blue, like your heart is talking to the root of you with the red. I see just like thinking about basic needs and heart communication. I mean, just getting a complete flow like Kundalini, the upload and the download. Like it's just, whoo, I feel it. You see how this mound is the same color as them and then it's going up? Changes a little bit because it lightens. I feel that crown chakra energy. But it goes right back into the blue and the green for the heart. Communicating from the heart space. Like the heart in the throat and all of this is just in rhythm. And you're speaking out what's in your heart. Your deepest desires. The wine is helping. And that's funny because y'all see, like last night I had a glass of wine and the night before that we had a glass of wine. The wine is helping. Fresh out of fucks and embracing inner peace. Ashe to that weed. Ashe, ashe, ashe. The wine to help. A glass of wine may not be every day, but I'm gonna do you. Red wine to me is good. Good for the blood, they say. Good for the heart. Why not? A nice bottle of red, especially if you got to dance in the storm. This is, fuck yeah. Make sure that light is doing what it's supposed to do. I'm going to turn it down just a tad. Whew. Yeah, that's better. Meditate is better than sitting around doing nothing. 2 cards that says meditate. So somebody is really getting the advice to get rooted, to get grounded. Now we see the green at the bottom. Like connecting to that earth energy. Earth resonating with your heart. Is something about that connection. Like earth is green and usually when you look at it, it's blue from space. You see we're the blue planet. But when we think about earth, we think about green, we think about grass, we think about trees. It's something about, I heard the word photosynthesis, I heard the word chlorophyll, like green, almost like nutrients, right? Vitality, I feel. And then you see the purple and the blue and the, what is that, like fuchsia almost. Beautiful energy. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Come on, inner peace. I don't have all day. They're sitting here zen. Yes. Be here now. And you definitely feel that heart energy. Getting into your heart, like just that basic heart rhythming. I feel it red for root chakra, and it's something about not listening to meditation music. And people do that, and I'm not claiming anything against it. Meditate how you meditate. But it's something about getting into a quiet place, right? If there's anything here, please block it out. We are sealed, we are sealed, we are sealed. Slow down. Yeah, it's like connecting the heart to your root chakra. Like understanding and knowing that your needs are met, that you're safe, that you're okay, and knowing that from a heart space, like being self assured, like you can rest assured that you are safe. Because root chakra to me speaks about safety, a need to care for self, for survivability, like instinctualness, right? And yeah, it's something about having it in your heart of knowing that you are saved. Again, creation is whole and complete. There's nothing broken and there are none missing. We cannot ever go anywhere. Thank you for touching me on my nose. Yes, letting me know I was there, right? Yeah, to know that you are safe, you operate differently, right? You can remove the need to control and hold on to things that are born out of insecurity, right? And in our chakra deck, the insecurity card is red, right? And it talks about heart energy. Yes, do you want to get it? Yes. See, I moved all my cards around and yep, here they go. I see it. Thank you. But anywho, in this deck, enlightenment. The enlightenment is to know that you are whole and you are safe. There's nothing broken and there's nothing missing. And when you can find peace in that, you know that there's nothing to be insecure about. Perfection. You are whole, you are safe, you are complete. There's nothing broken and there's nothing missing. Even if your slate has been wiped clean, it is an opportunity for all things to be made new. Let's see if we can get a little bit more space in here for you. Just to slide this over a bit so that you can see it. That blank slate. Yeah, so when you have self-assuredness that you are safe, you don't do things out of insecurity. You don't need to act from a place of just instinct. That's what we said. It's a thing about following your instincts and knowing that you instinctually know how to keep you safe. But joy, I feel, is on the way. That's on top of that blank slate. We have growth here as well, right? Because anything can grow from a place of joy. But back to that insecurity, right? When you are safe, again, you do things from a different perspective. You are not working from a place of survivability. You are working from a place of flourishing, right? You can step into a higher level of operation because it's like a difference between, I'm going to just use this analogy, and anybody who's been in this situation will know what I mean. It's a difference between not having needs met, like housing and food and water, clothing, and you have to struggle and scrape for that every day. It's a different type of hustle than when you get up and you know that everything is provided for. You woke up warm and safe in your bed, that you have food to go and fill your belly, that you have an array of clothes to choose from, right? That you can drink not only fresh, clean water, but it's bottled water or sparkling water. You can make a mimosa or have just an array of juices and all that stuff. It's a difference from operating from a state of knowing that you are inherently abundant to working out of scarcity and lack, right? And sometimes that instinct, that root chakra, can have us working and operating from a place of lack. It causes us to be insecure, and we can be easily led astray by those who are offering more, not really understanding what you already have in your basket, but you're looking at the big acorn that they have, and it could make you feel at a lack, like not really counting what you have and disregarding that, right? And yeah, that's the thing. So no matter what I see with my eyes, I know that creation itself is my inheritance. I have a spiritual inheritance. I have an endowment that I was born with, Right. And we hear people talk about folks stealing inheritances all the time, and your trust fund and your life insurance, if this was left to you and this was left to you. But what we don't talk about is, like, in the spirit, we have that too. Grief. Yeah. That Mother Earth has left something to you, sent you with something that would sustain you. Like, you are a beneficiary of an inheritance, a spiritual inheritance. And to go into the spirit as we pray, to be replenished, to have your inheritance given onto you, to claim it, to know to claim it. That's like those places that say, oh, you have unclaimed money, right? Yeah, it releases that bittersweetness. It puts that in a reverse. You know, everything will be sweet. Everything will be joyous. Can we look at this? Release. Release the sentiment that you don't have enough. Release the sentiment that you need to operate from your instinct, raising yourself up to a place of enlightenment, right? And the enlightenment says that we are abundant, that we have an inheritance, and my inheritance is creation. Creation herself is my inheritance, and the abundance therein, right? So if we want to go back to the word, we can talk about the fact that when we were placed in the garden, which I consider earth itself as the garden, not just a particular place on earth, but earth itself, like Gaia, she is a garden. And if we were placed here on Gaia, and we were told to go forth, to replenish, to multiply, right, to subdue, to dominate, right, then everything, I mean, because Adam, the first man, not man as an individual man, if you read the footnote, Adam was a people. And we ain't gonna get into it. Anywho, those people were placed here, right? And they were given an inheritance, the realm itself, the planet, as their land, all of it. And all of it belongs to the people. Just go basic with that, right? All of it belongs to the people. So when I look out, I see my abundance everywhere. Yeah. Prayer. That's a part of the prayer. It's a challenge because people forget. We haven't been taught to pray in that way, to provide unto me my spiritual inheritance, that which was endowed onto me as a part of my calling and my decree. To fulfill my decree, I was given an endowment. I was given an inheritance, and it comes with spiritual tools, and it comes with abundance. We are not here to be at lack or in scarcity. So when I look out, I claim creation herself as my inheritance, and all of us can, because we are all the children. So therefore, we can look out and say that the abundance that I have is as plentiful as the blades of grass, as the leaves on every tree, on every bush and every flower that I see. What is that abundance? That's way more than I can ever hold. I will automatically overflow. And I'm automatically in a position to share it with all of the wheat, all of my brethren, you see. And when you go into that mindset, you automatically overflow too, knowing that it's way more than you will ever need. It's too much for just you. You will overflow, and we will unite in that mindset, knowing that we have inherited an abundance. Now the trick of it is that those who will seek to hoard it, to have you give up your inheritance, your piece of it, and trick you to release it for a bunch of nothing. Despondence. That's that mother energy. She gives us correction, you see. She does. Lets us know when we err, because some of us might be dissipating and not really listening. Yeah. When we pray, release that instinct, and that we have to act from a place of just pure instinct and survivability and scarcity, and we change how we pray, how we claim our inheritance, and claim our abundance. We move into a place of enlightenment, realizing that we have all things. Again, creation is whole, is complete. There's nothing broken and there's nothing missing. I have everything that I need in every moment. And if I'm grateful for that which I have, I can offer, no matter what it is, up to the Most High. It will magnify, it will take it and do its magnificent wonders and miracles and drop back onto me in abundance, which I definitely don't have room to receive. It will pour out a blessing that I don't have room to receive. And from that mindset, I'm definitely going to overflow because I don't have room to receive it. It's going to spill out. And that which I spill out, because I'm full, I shared out to the wheat. I've already eaten, and it was good. It was sweet. It was milk and honey. Ooh. Because again, I ain't going to feed you nothing that I wouldn't eat. No. Where you want to go? Right here. Ooh, that's your money. You want to talk about it? No. Thank you. Yes, ask for help. Pray. Prayer. Ask for help. If you feel like you're drowning, ask for help. And see how you grow. Can y'all see that? Maybe if I turn it down a little bit more. And you will grow. Right? You will overflow. Ask for your spiritual tools. Ask for your spiritual gifts. Ask for your spiritual abundance. And if you're not clear of what you need because it's unclear, trust in the unknown and the unexpected. You know, your highest self, the spirit, will intercede for thee. And you can trust that you will receive back more than what you need. More than what you need. You want this one too? You want it right here? Okay. Anything else, beloved? No? Put it down. Let's get it. Where should we go? Right here. Loss. What did I say? People feel like a loss, like they don't have enough. Scarcity. Everything has been ripped up, right? We were talking about feeling like that storm was coming. We talked about dancing in the rain and kicking your shoes off and just go outside. Maybe you have had a really bad storm come and it has ripped everything down, like your whole foundation. You know, maybe understanding that sometimes, you know, those difficulties come and remove a foundation. I'm going to redo my nails. But to remove a foundation so that you can have a new one built, right? The source is going to come in, the Alpha, the Omega, using its infinite intelligence, using its intelligence, wisdom, moving with the breath. Just breathe and ground yourself, knowing that you can get through this tornado, the remaking, the breaking down, the tearing down, the tower moments of life. It causes us to release. If somebody is having a challenge with releasing and praying and asking for help, to move into a space of enlightenment, to see how it will grow you. That this loss is making space, is washing away the old and making room for the new. And that's why we have a blank slate over here. The canvas is being wiped clean. And when you have a blank canvas, what happens? You get a chance to be repainted. Something new is going to be painted on this canvas. And it's going to be beautiful based on the need of now, taking you from then, moving through you through this present space of churning and I feel the winds, and I feel the turmoil, and I feel everything rustling and turning about and being tossed about, and all of the chaos that's going on, and everything being ripped up and torn up and snatched away. And it's like, oh, I have to release it. I have to pray. I have to ask for help. But what do I say? Maybe the same prayer, maybe you feel like it's not working. It's not being fruitful. It's not presenting back onto you what you feel like you need to grow. Like that enlightenment isn't coming in so that you can grow forward. And I will offer onto you to think about some of the things that I said in terms of allowing it to wash things away. Play in the rain, right? Allow yourself to get wet, to get back into the flow, into the rhythm of things. And that's why I said sometimes things are just so loud that you want to just go off into somewhere that's quiet. You know, where the only thing you can hear is your heartbeat. Getting back into the rhythm of your own flow, to feel how you can calm yourself down and get back into the pace and syncopation with everything around you in nature. Maybe, you know, just feel it. Until you come all the way down to a very calm state, and you can feel grounded and rooted in you. You may be sitting in the bottom of a tornado, like the eye of the tornado, or a hurricane, the eye of the storm, where you can feel the calm in the middle of it. Everything may be swirling around, right? Everything getting ripped up. But if you ground yourself, root yourself right at the bottom and sit, you can watch it. You can watch it and be unaffected. For this is the peace that you cannot buy, because you're rooted, you're grounded. You know that you are secure. You know that you are safe no matter what is being ripped away. That it will wash away, and that it will make space, fertile ground, a whole new blank slate for everything to be repainted. And that is the enlightenment. To know that you still have all things, everything that you need. Let's get this next card, beloved. Are you ready? Yes. Parenthood. Some say this is the Empress card of the deck. But I feel like sometimes you might just need to allow the spirit to parent you, to make you feel safe. You know, like I was saying, like the alpha, to pull you up and kind of comfort you and rock you as if you were a babe. To allow the Alpha and Omega to be your cosmic parents, that mother that you may not have had, the father that you may not have had. They can re-parent us. They can hold us. And I can lay my head on her bosom and be rocked just like a babe. Spend more time with your inner child and reconnect with that young curiosity. With that young curiosity. I said play in the rain and go make some mud pies. put some rocks in it like they little mud patty cakes or meatloaf or some shit. I'm just saying. That's that childhood spirit. Nurture it. Nourish it. Take the opportunity to reconnect with you. Your inner you. Yes. Envy. Whose energy is this? The wheat. Kind of feels a little spoiled, bratty. Sometimes we have to hear it. We do. We have to get corrected. We have to get corrected. That's about being in a child's place. I'm just saying, look, I'm the messenger. I say what I'm told to say. I'm obedient because I'm a child in the spirit, okay? I wouldn't care spirit, physical, all that. I'm still a child, yo. I have to do as I'm told. You could be envying other people's financial success. Or other people could be envying yours. But I feel like somebody has gone through a loss and they are praying and asking for help. And they may be a bit envious of someone else's success. Looking on the outside thinking that should be me. Woe is me. Not understanding that you still have all that you need. That you are whole. That you are safe. That you are complete. That there's nothing broken and there's nothing missing. Even though you went through a loss, you still have what you need. If you have the intelligence, the word baked in, your perfect counselor, and the breath of life within, you have what you need. You can solution your way through. There may be resources available to you that you may not have uncovered yet. They may not have presented themselves to you. Call them in. That mindset of saying that I have everything attracts everything. Because if you need nothing, then it'll attract everything. It says that you're ready to receive. I don't need anything. I have everything. I have everything. I have the abundance of creation with me. And I tell the universe that I have the abundance of creation. It is my inheritance. It is given unto me. It is my birthright to receive it. I claim it. I go and offer everything up that I've ever had. It wouldn't matter if I lost it because it does not belong to me. It doesn't belong to us, beloved. We are stewards. Always. Stewards, shepherds over a lot. And whatever may get ripped away, we count it that the Most High has taken it away. Taken it for a purpose. To show us, to teach us, to grow us, to ready us for a whole new planting season. If everything gets ripped away, then you have the opportunity to replant, to reseed, to rebuild. And what you rebuild is going to be greater than it was before. If you realize that you can have it. I can have more. I have more. I have it all. It doesn't matter what I see. My hands are open. Open. If they are open, then I am ready to give and I'm ready to receive. The Most High can come in and take what it wants away from me. And I know, self-assured, I wait anxiously to receive that which it will give on to me because I know it's going to be more than sufficient to meet the need. More. Let's get this card. What did I say? New foundation. And it's going to be perfect with this perfection. It's going to be more than what you expect. I said that. It's going to be unclear to you. That's faith. Operating on faith. But it's going to be, it's like you're going to get more than what you expect. The answers you are seeking will remain unclear for now. Because now you have to have faith. You have to pray. You have to ask for the help. You have to move into another level of enlightenment so that you can grow. Anything else, beloved? Joy. Count it all to joy. Count it all to joy, beloved. Release the feeling of bittersweetness and count it. Can I pick it up? Thank you. Can I pick this up? Yes, thank you. I couldn't get it up until I asked for permission. I asked for permission for all things. It may have felt bittersweet, but reverse that, right? Because you know that it doesn't belong onto you. Anything that I've acquired, I'll offer it up to the Most High because it ain't mine no way. It's just on to me to be a good steward while I have it in my possession. While it's in my hands, I care for it. I care for it. I have gratitude for it. I value it. I value all of it. It doesn't make me. It's just sitting in my hands. It's in my care, right? I'm not attached to it. I'm not going to hold on to it. I'm just going to care for it. I'm going to cradle it, right? I'm going to nurture it. I'm going to nourish it. But if it gets taken away, then I can release it. I can let it go. Why? Because I'm self-assured. I know that I'm still whole. I'm still complete because it did not make me. I can release it joyfully. I can release it joyfully. I can go through the falling away and being made new again joyfully. I can anticipate with excitement, knowing that whatever the Most High God paints on it, it's going to be a masterpiece. A one-of-a-kind masterpiece. I'm unclear about it. I don't know how they're going to do it. But that's the miracle of it. I don't know how it's going to happen. I'm just like, ooh, I'm a slate. I'm a vessel. I'm a willing, surrendered vessel. I'm a canvas for you to paint your artwork on. And when I show up, they're going to be like, ooh, that's a beauty to behold. A one-of-a-kind, priceless. No money can buy it. There's nothing that anybody could give for it. Nothing. For I belong to the Alpha and Omega that called and decreed it. Tucked in safety in an inner sanctuary. This space did nothing for me but help me establish a new foundation. New. Whew, taking me to a new level. Whew, remaking me new all over again. Whew, took me to a whole level of enlightenment. Whew, showed me things that I could never imagine. Oh. Ooh, ooh. Brought something up out of me that I did not know was baked down way so deep that operating in instinctual scarcity and lack had covered up wheat. Being pushed into that kingdom space when everything is ripped away from thee makes you get real intimate with that which called thee. Moving into an enlightened space on how to pray, how to speak to thee, how to call my spiritual tools to strengthen me, giving me that spiritual strength so I could bear this yoke. It was heavy. Felt like it was crushing me. Oh, I had to call out for some spiritual help. Alpha, Omega, help me. Lift it up. Give it up. Release it. Release it. Because I don't have to carry it. I don't have to bear it. I have help. Ask for help. That was the enlightenment that helped me grow. Open up my heart space and reconnect to my first mind and what I truly know from a base level, that I'm a pixel, a piece of creation. I can never go anywhere. I'm safe. I have the intelligence, the wisdom, the principle thing. The breath of life is gifting me, is honoring me with animation. My heart is beating. Even when I can't hear anything, I can hear that music, that sweet drumming that lets me know that I can go on. Tasat. I give it all up unto you. I give it all back. For it is not unto me, but it is unto that which called me. It is unto that that gave me my decree. I heard you, and now I answer thee. I've been placed in a space where I can hear thee. Despite the noise and the chaos that is going on around me, I remain firm and rooted and fixed. Because again, I know that I have a decree. From the end to the beginning. From the beginning to the end. We are creation. Everything in between. I'm just a piece, just a little pixel. But creation nonetheless. I know that I will persevere. Because everything is working out for the best. It is. So I can move through it with a sense of joy, a sense of relief. I can release with joy, knowing that everything is working out for the best of me. Anything else, beloved? Divine masculine. Let's get into some wisdom. We've been talking about that principle thing. Divine masculine, the omega. That masculine energy. Yin and yang. Ain't nothing wrong with my yang. This one. You want this one? You want this one too? This. Find joy in giving. Happiness is your reward. Find joy in your giving. And happiness is your reward. Again, that's a challenge because people have a very hard time being joyous in the release. They become envious, seeing other people be successful. Why isn't, and they are, all them statements we shall not call it. No, this one. Give thanks for what has been given to you, however little. Hopefully, this right here will tell you, affirm to you, again, gratitude. It's a challenge, I know, now it is. Hopefully, it'll help once we're done with the message. Anything else in here, beloved? No. Do you want to read that? Not at all. You want divine feminine too? Let's get it. We did the yang. Let's do it again. Divine feminine. This. We got it? All right. Be the embodiment of peace and serve humanity. You are a bodhisattva. Bodhisattva. Be the embodiment of peace and serve humanity. That's a challenge. Maybe this falling away is pushing you into your service, into the right direction. I feel like I shuffled that. Did you want something? This one? This. Form does not differ from void. Form is void. Outer difficult will be resolved with inner truth. Outer difficulties will be resolved with inner truth. What is the inner truth? That you are whole and that you are complete. That there's nothing broken and there's nothing missing. That everything, creation itself belongs to the Alpha and the Omega. And anything that we are gifted with, it is a gift. It is a present. And if we are to, do you want anything else, beloved? No? No. If we are to remain open and to be a good steward and a caretaker. We nourish and value everything we have, no matter how big or how little. Or even when I look at my hands, I don't see any particular thing is void. I see a space to be filled. I am a vessel that needs to be filled. And when I call out and ask for help, when I call out prayer and ask for help to be filled, to be replenished, to receive my inheritance, for I know that my inheritance is creation itself, that I am abundant, I am wealthy beyond measure. I have the abundance of the trees, every leaf on every tree, every bush, every blade of grass. I'm as abundant as the grains of sand on every beach on the plain. And I seek my measure, my inheritance, that which is bestowed onto me, that was placed and given unto me at the set of my calling. When I came and answered thee, I was sent with an endowment. It is a portion. It is a part of my decree. And I offer all things up unto the Most High, that which created me. Everything that I've learned, everything that I have, everything that I've acquired, all of me belongs unto them. I sacrifice it joyfully. I offer it joyfully. Take it. I give it. I run to you and pray that you receive it. If you're taking it away, let me help you pack it up, Ashe. Come on, Omega. Come on, Alpha. Come on in. If you're taking it away, I'm going to help you pack it. Yes. Put it in a box for you. I'm going to wrap it with a bow. I'm going to tie it up real pretty and say, here you go. I'm going to give it back to you. And I'm going to say, thank you for allowing me to have it for as long as I did. Woo, woo. I pray that you see how well I cared for it, how well I valued it, and I give it back on to you, hopefully in a state that's just as good as what you're giving on to me. Maybe it's useful for another week. You can give it out again in charity and goodness and joy, and you've taken it all out in my hands, have a need, and I call out for it. Please step in and fill me. Yes, give it on to me, deserving onto my servant. Yes, I praise you. I praise you. And I have gratitude in every situation. I praise you, I praise you, I praise you. Even if I don't know what you're doing, even when it's unclear on to me how you're going to do it, I praise you all the way through it. Ooh, sit on the throne of my praise and lead me through every day. Provide for me as you would provide for the squirrels, for the birds, and for the bees, even onto the trees that are rooted down into Gaia herself. Provide for me. If you would do that for the little things, what would you do on for me? Your willing, surrendered vessel. Ooh, I love it. I trust thee. I trust thee. I trust. And I'll wait with anticipation to be amazed, excited to see what you are going to paint on this canvas. A priceless, one-of-a-kind gift. Ooh, a little piece of creation herself, made unique. Ooh. Just a little piece of thee, made in their likeness. They will not ever leave you in need, beloved. Unfortunately, a lot of times we have not because we ask not. There is nothing that will be held back from thee. You ask for your inheritance, that which is baked into your decree. You are abundant. You are wealthy. You have everything. 8 of Pentacles. Working. Head over heart decision with the lovers. Or just a loving situation. Could be a couple working hard together. Could be going through some loss. Could be struggling. 2 of Cups I see is here. I said a lover situation. Working hard. Could be working together. Queen of Cups. Intuitive. Compassionate. Protective even. You know, I feel that energy. But I feel somebody is grieving the loss, having a challenge with releasing. 2 of Swords, having to make a choice. Closed off, unable to choose to release, having a hard time holding on. Queen of Pentacles, yeah, the money. 3 of Swords, heartbreak. You could have lost your breadwinner. It could be, I see, release in the cemetery. Maybe someone has passed on, beloved, and if they passed, my condolences for your loss. My condolences for your loss. You want this one? Yes, 9 of Swords, again, defensiveness, having to go into a state of self-reliance. Self-reliance. Challenged with it. Knight of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, down to the Page of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, yes. I feel like you may have lost someone. Maybe have lost your breadwinner. Everything is torn up and torn apart. Your whole world was ripped apart in an instant. 6 of Wands is here. Victory is still, there's positive news on the other side. Things are going to be different. They are. And to see yourself in a new way, in a different way, in the light of everything that has happened is difficult. There's nothing that is easy about this release. It's not. Knight of Swords, quick decisioning, but something is unstoppable. There's an unstoppable force. When the Omega takes someone because it is their timing, that force is unstoppable. There's nothing that we can do about it. 9 of Cups, yeah, single. But you can move, you will move forward. You will. Right now, your Queen of Swords energy. Protective, trying to figure out how to work after the loss of this 2 of Cups. My condolences. Yeah, Judgment. Somebody was called home. Yeah. Ace of Swords, that's true. Yeah. I'm so sorry. My heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to you. I stand in the gap with you. I pray for you. I pray for you. I pray for you. To release you from the chains of grief. To help you move through the phases of grief. To move through the phases of grief. Karma. The wheel. Right? And this is just time. I feel divine timing. Destiny and fate. Change in cycles. But every change does hold the seed of opportunity. It's terrible to hear in this moment, in this space, but to see who you are in this moment and how you will get through it. You will get through it. You will have a more metamorphosis, a change. Something will be brought up out of you to show you how you can get through, how you can persevere, how you can go on, and how your foundation will be made strong again. It will. Anything else, beloved? No. Wisdom. Fate. Each and every one of us have one. We all have a timing. We do. And the one thing that is good about grief is that it leads into gratitude, teaches us to hold on, to cherish, to value everything that we have with us, because we never know the moment that it will be taken away from us. Yin. We talked about the yin and the yang when I read the Buddha. Again, fate. I didn't show it, but I spoke to it. Grief is really, really hard, especially the loss of physicality. But I can only offer that we are creation, we are whole, we are complete. There are none missing. We are not broken. You feel it. That emotion says it. It feels that loss. But you will be able to regenerate. You will. You will. Regeneration after the loss, after the ending. 4 and 6 is 10. You will be able to grow back from this, to begin again. The rain is coming down, and you may want to dance in the rain. And a part of it is to go in that quiet space and meditate, to ground yourself, to do that. Maybe think, think and consider, who are you now? How are you being redefined with this blank slate? What is in your heart's desires? Can you hear it? Can you feel it? Probably not yet, Ashe. Not yet. Round and around and around. Because we replay the memories, right? And it makes it very hard to release. Am I saying that right? Replaying the memories, the thoughts of what used to be. And that's very natural. It is the stages of grief. And we have to move through them. All that glitters isn't gold. I don't know the circumstances of the passing or what the relationship was like, but grief in itself is a hard thing, and it's always complicated. It is. Some people might figure out, you want these. I see milk and honey is here. Source of us living, Alpha and Omega. There's a change, there's a new foundation that is being created. And it will be happy, it will be bountiful. You will regenerate, and you will have happiness again, you will. And again, this is moving. I feel the 5 of Swords. I'm getting something that was down in this. I have a Joker spirit. And I hear Loki. I see gift with the Treasure Island. There's something coming in this space of the blank slate. There's a gift in milk and honey. That bittersweet is in reverse and joy is present. I don't know who you lost, and maybe who you lost. Yeah, that's complicated, because I just heard the word karmic. Was this person good to you, Reed? Maybe not. Maybe they weren't good to you. Alpha Omega, the infinite intelligence. I trust you, I trust you, I trust you, I trust my gift, I trust what I'm hearing, I trust what I'm hearing, I trust what I'm hearing. Weed, I hear that this person wasn't good to you. I hear that this person was it was an all that glitters is not gold situation. And that this loss, quite honestly, could have been something that you prayed for. Praying for release, and now that you have it, you are challenged by it. Feeling like it was something that you caused because of your word, and that is a part of the sadness and the chaos. Knowing that on the other side of it, this blank slate, you will have a new foundation. You will move into a place of joy and peace, and you're not really too upset about it because bittersweet is in reverse. It's a very complicated grief feeling, something very specific. And that's why I was seeing like karmic fate in the cards, and I didn't call it because I wanted to be sure that that's what I was feeling. It was definitely somebody, like this is setting up like building blocks. Either it's falling down or it's building up. I feel like it's both at the same time. Like the falling down of this thing is building something up. Yeah, this change is breaking in that change and a win. Everything, it has changed. Yeah. It changed everything. Moved you from a place where it wasn't so good to be into a state of milk and honey. Treasure Island, even the ability to regenerate self. Coming from a space of lack and scarcity, maybe even in love, because I kept feeling that heart energy. Reconnecting self, regrounding, rerooting, almost like the phoenix rising. And we saw meditation so many times, giving you the space to just breathe. Maybe you couldn't breathe in the past. You didn't have any peace. I'm getting real Mr. energy. You know what I just heard? Scene from Color Purple. And it's just so funny. So, Celie and Sophia was out in the field, because Celie was out in the field. She was in a garden or whatever. And here comes Sophia marching across the field and said, "You told Harpo to..." And she said, "All my life I had to fight." Y'all know the scene. And she said, Celie told her that joy is in the hereafter, in heaven. And Sophia told her, "You better bash Mrs. Head in and think about heaven later." I feel like somebody was in a situation such as that. And they prayed. And what they prayed for was also a challenge, and the ability to be released was a challenge. And when this loss came in, you suffering with grief, but it's a challenging type of release in this grief because of the situation that they was in, because all that glitter wasn't gold. And it was a price to pay for all that came along with that. And moving into a state of enlightenment, needing to have some peace to be able to meditate and reconnect with self, to reparent self, to understand that what's really important. But all that I said is still very relative. It is. Because you're going to be okay. You are. What's given on to us, to release it back up onto the Most High, to have gratitude for everything that's in it, because it brought you to a place of enlightenment to grow you. And you do have a new blank slate. You do. And I see regeneration, and I see milk and honey for you. Because maybe you were feeling like this in this situation. Married, but feeling left out. Orphaned. We see flexible, but it's in reverse. This person wasn't flexible. Feel very hard. Yeah, this person that you were with, maybe not your soulmate. Maybe not. Karmic mate, maybe. Karmic marriage. I feel like it's something that's going to happen on this other side of it. Once everything is cleaned up. Everything is being cleaned up. Coming back to balance. 4 and 2 is a 6. Balance. Equal give and take. Yeah. Peace. Like I said earlier, this is the peace that you cannot buy. Grief is complicated. But know that nobody, you can't pray for that and it just happens, beloved. You cannot. Everything is ordained by the Alpha and Omega. Everybody. Life is in the hands of the Alpha and Omega. Always, always, always. So if that's what's on your heart, I beg for you to release it. Release it. Yeah. Unfinished symphony. That's done. Observe. Look to the sky. Look up and see and recognize what calls and syncopates, designs, decrees all things to be. Your prayer cannot end life, beloved. It doesn't. But what you can do is stand corrected and repent for what you feel like you may have said that caused it, because you may be causing grief onto self that just should not be. Maybe be mindful of the words that you speak. You heard me call them back, I call them back onto me. I bind them up so that they may not present an error onto my life, right? There's a different way to handle things. You know, it's teaching something about self. What am I allowing? Did I move my button? Have I taken on things that are just not good onto me? Did I prioritize my peace? No. And I say that to anyone. You have your own beliefs and your own moral code. This is just recommendations. I can't tell you to do a fuck shit thing with nothing. You take it to your spirit and you let it resonate. You let it sit with you and see what the Most High says onto you specifically. This is just educational purposes to let you know what I'm reading in this energy. This right here feels very fuck specific. So if it don't belong to you, don't claim it. Don't call it. But it's for somebody because I'm being told to say it. It is the word that's placed in me to speak in this moment. And I pray that the Most High God brings the wheat that it is designed for, that it meets them. And it gives them the peace that they need to know that their prayer cannot cause anyone's end. It cannot. Unless you have actually picked up something and done something, which of course you will have to reckon for. It's a reckoning for that. But even still, everything is in their will, thy will. It is not unto us. It's not. And if this person was taken, and it was what it was because only you know, right? You know what you prayed, you know what you were going through, you know the peace that you were looking for to receive, and you have a blank slate. You know that you have all that you need to get through. You will get through the grief, you will get through the complicated layers of grief. You want this? No. Some comfort out, a comfort card for you. Feeling occasional happiness does not mean you're done mourning. I knew I felt 2 in here. Grief is not reserved for those who lose someone to physical death. You can have grief over anything. That was the same card. Remember to have grace and patience with others who might not understand your feelings. And again, it's saying that, it's something about more than just physical death. Maybe you're grieving the life or something else that was associated or attached to it, because again, everything that glitters is not gold. Maybe it was such a supreme loss, and everything that was lost because of the death is a part of what you're grieving. Yeah, some days the bravest thing you can do is keep breathing. Keep breathing. Sometimes that's the bravest thing that you can do. Make time to grieve daily. To move through the process of whatever it is. Because I feel like this grief is just very complicated. Not only do I feel like it was a complicated relationship, that it was some complicated ways of asking for peace and relief and the ability to just breathe and to reground yourself. I feel like there's some childhood things that are being brought up that need to be reparenting, to be made whole. Some feeling of scarcity and lack that are also packed down in there as well. And to make sure that you take time to release daily. Make time to grieve daily. Clean it up. Not only grieving the loss of the relationship, no matter how complicated it was, but dealing with self, your past, childhood traumas, issues of lack and scarcity, even feeling of abandonment, I hear. Having an understanding that you are safe, that you are secure, that you are whole, that you are complete, and there's nothing broken and there's nothing missing. Honor your grief, no matter how you feel it. Honor it. Honor it. Nobody can tell you what your specific grief process is going to look like. They just can't. It's going to be different. But know that the Alpha and Omega has everything you need to get through it. Maybe you join a local or online support group, Maybe you need to have help. What do we do when we grieve a partner who didn't treat us very nicely? How do you grieve that? Because it feels wrong to celebrate. Like, who does that, right? You might, I don't know. But grief is different for every person. You might roll out the red carpet and start skipping down the aisle like, thank God I'm free. Can't you figure a brand new day? I'm just saying, everybody's going to handle it differently. And maybe you feel a kind of way about that too, because them people was like stuck in look, they was up in there like in a certain kind of way. And when she passed, all that rain came coming down, all that water, and started washing stuff off. I definitely feel dance in the rain. I'm just saying. Look, don't, because this is just what I'm getting. This is what I'm picking up on to say. I told you I was feeling that Joker type of energy. That Five of Lust, like that Five of Swords, like something wasn't necessarily right with this king that passed. Yeah. I see Ten of Pentacles with the Ten of Grounded, but it was something in it. Like, again, that Joker, like everything that glitter ain't gold. Five of Swords, Three of Pentacles, like this person could have even just been very penny pinching and just very mean with it. King of Swords energy in reverse, very lustful. And the contract or whatever you was roped into, you may not have been left with very much of anything. Who knows? So not only are you feeling a kind of way because of the prayer to be released, look at this, growth on the ground. Like there was nothing being handed back to thee, even though this loss occurred. That, this. In the rain. Feeling a whole kind of way. My heart goes out to you, beloved, again. If you still are struggling, join a local support group or online group. Get help. Because this is a heavy thing to persevere through. Breathing and just meditation may not just do it for you. Praying may not just do it, because I see the challenge in it. Maybe just your local church, maybe they don't understand what you really were going through because maybe nobody else really even fucking knew. Suffering in silence. But maybe there is other help, other resources that are available that just have not presented themselves to you. But honor your grief. Honor it. No matter which way it presents itself onto thee, honor it. It is relative. It is substantial. It is validated. It is real. And it is something to heal from. Not just deal with it, but to heal it. To nurture you. Okay? Anything else? Yes, let's get an angel message. Let's get an angel message. We see singing and dancing, visualizing success, but I don't feel neither one of those. They were just on the bottom weed, you know. And I'm sitting up here looking at this card, and it's been poking out at me the whole reading. Is this one right here. I'm just going to take it, the whole deck up, and turn it around. Scorpio. You could be a Scorpio. Your person could be, but Scorpio has the energy of death and transformation. Right? Yeah. We have books come out. Maybe this is something that you could write about. You can journal, you know. Ascended masters. You have wise spiritual teachers that are watching over you and guiding you, loving you to kind of guide you along this pathway. Maybe you don't feel them, but maybe you will find them in a support group, people that are in your soul tribe. This one. Yeah, this is upside down. To help heal this situation, see the other person's point of view with compassion. This was upside down though. I don't think that you can see their point of view with compassion, but maybe that would be helpful because maybe this person was the way that they were because they were hurt also. You know, maybe it has something to do with their upbringing and their trauma that they were this way. Ear chakras, be able to listen, right? Listen. Keep charging ahead and don't take no for an answer. Expect miraculous solutions to appear. I don't know if you feel like anything miraculous is going to come out of this. Again, like your slate being wiped clean. And what is the miracle that will come out of it? Well, we already know that if this is whoever this is for, the way that I feel it is that you've been given peace, right? You've been given peace. You've been given a fresh new start. And even if that fresh new start doesn't have the resources that you're accustomed to, you have the ability to remake you. Remake you. Like, who do you see yourself to be in this day? Archangel Michael is here. Archangel Michael, you're working very closely with this powerful archangel who's protecting you and guiding you through this situation. You know, you're going to have guidance. You're going to have protection. You will have the ability to be remade and regenerated for all of the loss and all of the grief. It may not look like other situations that would be adjacent to thee, and that could be why there's a sense of envy. This one. Heal away addictions. It's time to let go of behaviors that are blocking you from your heart's desire. Ask Archangel Michael and Raphael to help you with this healing. Hopefully you guys were able to get that in there. twin flame. It's in reverse. This wasn't your twin flame. I feel karmic energy. The answer to your question involves a karmically based romantic relationship because they were not your twin flame. And you know that because you know that a twin flame or real love would not treat you that way. Anything else? This one? Yeah. Yeah. This did not give you an increase of abundance. If anything, it took away from you. Flowers. Maybe work with flowers. You know, maybe you're a person that likes flowers. Flowers saved my life. They did. Flowers, counting a new flower every day gave me purpose at one point in time in my life. You know, I figured that it was such a diversity of flowers that if I could get up and find one new different flower every day, that I would have enough days to last me the rest of my life. I did. Yeah. You are a spiritual teacher. You have the ability to counsel others and help them awaken their spiritual gifts and their divine life mission. There's another life for you after this. I feel like once you have counseling and support through this particular type of grief, you may be able to help others as well. I felt book, like you may be able to write a book about this. And whatever happened to you on this walk, because I feel this is very specific, and I feel like it's an area that people don't touch on. They just don't. You know, it's not a lot to talk about how do you grieve the passing of someone, your karmic marriage, and this person that not only did you love, because you did love them, but also that love was complicated and everything that you went through in it. Maybe you are somebody else that's gifted. I see that, right? Spiritual gifts help you to awaken spiritual gifts. Oftentimes karmic relationships, they look, yeah. Karmic relationships awaken your spiritual gifts. And if you come through this, you might find yourself to be very differently different. You are profoundly clairvoyant. Trust what you see in your mind's eye as well as with your physical sight, for your spiritual vision helps you with healing, teaching, and guidance. Healing, teaching, and guidance. Yeah. Anything else? You may have received an awakening through this situation, and I feel it's a specific type of awakening. It's a specific type of gift. Each gift given unto us in our own measure. It's a specific measure according to your calling. And going through a karmic relationship such as this, in this type of experience, means that you have a word to speak. It could be a written word for you, to put this out after you've received the help and support for your own healing. You can speak about it, you can teach about it, you can help guide others through it, because you're not the only one, beloved. You're just not. Unfortunately, you are not. And in this day and age, with these whole paradigms of what women have to go through, or what, because they are in relationships that equate to that all that glitters isn't gold, with these high value this and high value that, it happens where these women are cared for, right? And they are taken care of. And not to say that that was you particularly, but I feel like somebody was cared for. And when this person passed, maybe how the assets were set up did not necessarily roll down to you the way that we think it should, to ensure that you have the same care in their passing as you endured during their living. And that's definitely a type of grief to deal with. Having your slate wiped clean, difficulty releasing, understanding, and how did this all shake out to be what it is. It's a work in that. There's a work in that. And I pray that the Most High brings you through it and brings you to it. You will overflow. You will get through it. Stay grounded. Meditate. Breathe. Seek grief counseling, right? Get connected. And then when you're ready, I believe that you will do some profound work for others who need it. This is all that I have for you guys. I love you just like I love the Alpha and Omega that called and decreed me to be. The infinite intelligence, the word that's been placed down inside of me, operating, moving in tandem with the breath, the holy chi that fills me and connects me to all things. This is for a particular week. Pieces may resonate with others and you can take the advice as need be. It's just recommendations. Let it sit in your spirit and let it resonate. But don't call anything into your life. And I don't need any rude comments about who it is and who it ain't. If it ain't you, let it roll, boo. But if it's for you, take what you can and what you need and what's useful and do what you need to do. To the next now, I love you. This is done. Ashe.